definitely playing better. Winning the roll. Start with that Bird of Paradise. Next turn I could do a Voice, throw a Rancor on. I think Voice looks pretty good here. Well, he did change decks. I don't know what he's doing now. Maybe it's Melira Pod. Huh. Wouldn't that be something? Mm-hmm. Let's get this Scavengers out. Kind of like the Rancor and the Bird of Paradise. It's kind of funny. Kitchen Finks. Yeah, I don't want to flash in even Mind Sensor during his turn because of that Voice Resurgence. Let's just play Linvala. Those decks typically have trouble with flyers, so seems pretty good for us here. If he does play Birthing Pod, I'll just play a Mind Sensor during my turn. He can only activate Pod as a sorcery, so generally he can't use it during my turn. And if he is playing Melira Pod, which I'm pretty sure he is, there's a lot of decisions to make with that deck. It's not an easy deck to pilot. It's one of the best decks in the format, but you really need to know it like inside and out. Part of me just wants to start swinging with, activate my Wildwood, swing with my Flyers and my Bird of Paradise. And he's going to die in a few turns here anyway. I do want to keep that green open for ooze. So I'm going to just swing with both of these guys. They'll take him down there. And then I'll cast Even Mind Sensor now. So that way he doesn't get tokens from voice. And that'll put him on a 2-turn clock. So he's got 2 turns. He's got 2 turns to do something. He's trying to activate his Viscera Seer, but he can't do it with Linval in play. So he's got a 2-turn clock and not really a whole lot he can do here. I'm certainly not feeling very threatened right now. Even if he swings with this guy, like, I can take, let's see here, he'd only be doing 7 turns, so I could take that for 3 turns. At least I can take all of it for 2 turns and still live. And if he uses the Variant Catacombs, he's only gonna get to look at his top 4. That's another thing too that's better about playing Even Mind Sensor during the main phase of your turn, is that if they play a fetch land on their next turn, you know, they can't pop it in response to you trying to flash in the Even Mind Sensor. I think I just want to path to exile that Viscera Seer. I'm going to do it right now. So yeah, he's dead next turn. Alright. So Relic of Progenitus was good here, as was Torpor Orb and Worship, and then I had to bring Thrun in because of the Worship. Voice is kind of bad here, as is Thalia. Rancor was alright. Which one do I want to get rid of here? Let's get rid of the Voice. Not great, but it's something. I'm paying life for some of this, that's for sure. Looks like I can get an Arbiter out next turn. But I got Ooze so I can hit on his graveyard. I've got Torpor Orb so I can stop the enter the battlefield stuff. I've got Arbiter to stop the search effects. So I should be pretty good here. So play an Arbiter, drop Temple Garden tapped, and say go. It should slow him down a little bit. Put down the Smiter next turn. Damn. That card is painful. Actually, if he plays a Viscerous here, then I definitely have to play a Torpor Orb. Looks like I can sack a creature to give him protection from a color of your choice. Forgot about the Exalted trigger there. Alright, so he's got a sack engine, he's got a persist creature. We definitely want to drop the Torpor Orb. Do I want to play the Scavenging Ooze now too? I don't think so. I'm searching for basic lands. Alright. We'll come and play tapped. I need to get a Smiter down. So for a 2-drop, we got some Melira. So he's trying to say that the counter is going to fall off from Melira, but Melira only stops the counter from being placed on something. So once the counter's there, if Melira enters the battlefield afterwards, um, so basically, if the creature already has a -1/-1 counter on it, Melira doesn't really have any effect on that. It only affects counters that go on creatures after they come into play. And I did play this deck before. I played Hatebears. I was playing Melira Pod for a while, and pretty familiar with the ruling on this. Because what happens is it's a triggered ability. If if a counter would be placed on if a -1/-1 counter would be placed on a creature that you control, um, then you can't place it on it. So it's like a replacement effect for when you would put a counter on there. But since the counter is already there, before Melira comes into play, her effect to replace that trigger doesn't happen. What's this guy's name again? Nebraska. Instead of looking in the chat, I'm not seeing anything. Well, there he is. Okay. Well, that's Gonna help me stop him as well. I think I want to play Linvala first and then swing. So Linvala's going to shut down the combo and provide blocking support. Aristocrat would couldn't hit me for 2 turn, but I'm gonna be hitting him for more. You can't block Linvala either because she's in the air, so she'll be hitting for lethal next turn. And I can still play a Scavenging Ooze just to have backup support in case she can do something about Linvala. So I'm guessing Birthing Pod's going to be used for something. Need some way to stop my flyer. Yeah, that's not going to do it.